Good morning, warrior. Today, if you struggle with taking a rest day, taking an off day from your workouts, from your gyms, going to your gyms, then this is the video for you. So this is Coach Beagle here. This is the warriorresults.com, and today, want you to know your first. I can totally relate to you if you struggle with taking rest days. In my very beginning, my very first weight loss journey, when I lost pretty close to 100 pounds. I was a chubby kid my whole life. Had a girlfriend. She broke my heart. I was very depressed, very down in the dumps, I don't say very suicidal, but if you ever got your heart broken, this is the first heartbreak. So that compelled me on the journey, on the fitness journey, to lose that fat and make her jealous and hopefully take me back. During that process, I was very obsessed with working out. I worked out pretty much every day at that point, and this is in my 20s. And it tends to be you start off, you're going along your life as is, right? And then you have what's called an inciting incident, an something that just like shellacks you off your path of normal. And for me, it was getting my heart broken. On this latest weight loss transformation journey, it was I was married. I was a chubby husband, and my wife and I both were putting on weight year after year. I had the husband bod. Would say a dad bod, but I'm not a dad yet. So that's the case. But my wife came to me, and she stepped on the scale for the first time in months, and it was like months since I stepped on the scale too. And she was just bawling, and she's crying, and she was just like, I'm like, honey, what's wrong? And she told me how unhappy she was with her weight. She stepped on her weight, I don't know, on the scale, and her weight was like 10 pounds away from the heaviest she's ever weighed. And she went on a weight loss journey and joined a gym, and I was her personal trainer, and that's how we met and fell in love. And so she was kind of like, didn't want to revert back to that person, and here she was heading down this path where she was. And she's just so vulnerable, so open to me, and and I just felt so horrible. I felt so like, this is all my fault. This is my fault. Like, I'm supposed to be the healthy one. I'm supposed to be the fit one. And here I am. I'm being a horrible example for her, being a model for her. So that's like, I have to lead by example here. So that's what compelled me. I have to figure out this fitness stuff, figure out this, for me, it was motivation issues that were keeping me in a chubby husband body. I was like 60 plus pounds overweight at that point. So boom, that's what shot me onto this latest fitness journey. And we always have these inciting incidences. In the beginning, we like to take a lot of action, go balls to the wall, work out every day, do this, do that. And that's okay. I would recommend most 5 days a week. 2 is okay. 1 day a week is okay. For me, in the beginning, I could only work out 3 days a week. I was so busy. I was so had like 4 jobs at the time, and just had no time. And even when I had like 3 days, 45 minutes at the gym, and that was all I had, and made the most of it. I'll walk you through what I did and all that as we go forward too. But I wanted to work out every day. I was like forced to take rest days out of there. 3 is good, 4 is good, 5 is better than 4. It's kind of like the most, when it comes to muscle growth and packing on muscle, you have what's called action potential, max stimulation. And so the best way I learned this described was I was listening to a book all about prosperity. I think it was prosperity consciousness or something like that. But the guy talked about how let's say $500 or $1,000 magically shows up into your account each morning. He says, what are you going to do with that? What are you going to do with that day after day after day? And just $1,000, and just renews day after day after day. And all you can do is spend that $1,000. Monday shows up, $1,000, you have to spend it. You can't save it, you can't do this. It's got to go out, do something. Next day, $1,000. Next day, $1,000. All you can do is spend that $1,000. You can't spend. It's Monday. You can't spend Wednesday's $1,000. You can only spend today's $1,000. That's kind of how it is with your muscles. You have muscles that needs to get worked, and each time you make a workout, you action potential it all. Okay, you stimulate it all, and then you should leave the workout, and that day and the next day after, the muscles are weak. Okay, and then which kind of is anti-fragility effect kicking in, where the rest days, so this is day 1, day 2, and day 3, you come back stronger, better, faster, more muscle. But all you can do is stimulate that muscle that day. Okay? You can't stimulate Wednesday's muscle. You can only stimulate this muscle. So this is like 1.0, 2.0. So you have to wait this amount of time. There's just no way around it. And we want the workouts are pretty standard as far as how to make this happen. But after a point, after about a year or so, if you need to work out every single day, if you have to do it, if you just like can't take rest days, it's just like against your nature to let this happen, to let your body heal. And this is like the sleeping part, this is the protein part, this is the taking naps part, this is the stress relief part, like you don't let stress rock your world. What you can do on your off days is just, you can just go for walks. During my very first weight loss journey, back in then, when I was working out every single day, I would like do this, and then it would be like, let's say 2 days, instead of, let's say this day was chest day, bench press day, Tuesday was a rest day, Wednesday was chest again. The chest and biceps, I seem to do like every workout. This point, what you can do is you can take your exercise and go for high reps. Really, really high reps. Like go for 100+ pound reps, like in like 2 sets. So you're like really lightweight, go for like 30, 40 reps and just crank it out. And that, I don't know if it speeds up. Yeah, it's kind of like it's one of those things, like it's very relative to each person. Like it's hard to do a study to make sure that this happens, but it's one of those things like your blood is full of oxygen and nutrients. So if you have more of that blood going to your muscles, then it probably helps. Like most likely yes, but it's very hard to like prove that it is. But it's one of those things that won't hurt you. Okay, if you go for high reps. So what I would do when I was doing the 7 days a week, or if you just want to work, like, let's say you got a workout where it's 4 days a week and then you just want a 5th day that you just because you got the time, you just love working out, you love showing up to the gym, just have a high rep day. Just go in and crank out these high reps. And if you want to believe that helps speed up your acceleration, go for it. I was doing that. I like to believe that it does. But if you just want to take a rest day, just take a rest day. Let this process happen. I know we want the results as fast as possible. We want to get there as quickly as possible. But your body's on its own timeline. Remember, you can only twitch today's muscles, okay? And then wait for those to heal. You can't speed up the healing process unless you have even the PEDs, even that process. I don't know if it speeds it up, or I have no idea how that world works. So I don't know. So I don't want to know. But anyways, hope that helps you out. Okay, this is the Warrior Results Show, Warrior Motivation Show. Hope that helps you out. And if you have to take a rest day, just go ahead and take a rest day. Take the kids for a walk. Go for a walk. Some easy biking. Go for like what's leisure for you. Okay, stay away from those lower reps. Oh, the other thing I want to let you know is lower reps. Strength muscles take longer. Okay, almost a week in lower reps there. In the book 4 Hour Body by Mr. Tim Ferriss, he talked about if you do, they actually did studies where he did one set of lateral shoulder raises here, side raises is what I call them, and he says that muscle is damaged at that point. And then he says 7 days later is when it's back to this. So I did you like the 1 day in between. If you want, you can actually sit back. And he actually did the scientific studies at it. And he says it actually heals slower than a suntan. If you go out and get your skin red a little bit, get a little tan going, or it's like my wife was burnt about a month ago. She went out fishing, and the first day I was red, and then like the next day after that I was like got a nice tan going, brown. Says that process, he says, it heals slower than recovering from a skin burn, sunburn like that. So especially with lower reps, okay? When you do those lower reps, they just take a long time to heal. Cool. So having fun with that. Go for those walks. Go for those high reps. Hope that helps you out. We'll catch you in the next episode.